Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today we have a special video because I know that you have been requesting more how to make and sell type of videos. So today we're going to be talking about how to make and sell printable flashcards. And yes, I know that it might sound weird to some people, like, wait, these like flashcards with like ABC or like letters? Yes, I actually mean those flashcards that you use to train kids on how to count, on how to learn the language of English, how to learn any language, as well as use them for teaching adults multiple topics. The topic of printables and instant downloads on Etsy has been so big in the past few years, and it's only growing when people are more and more searching for things they can print at home. And while there are so many things that people want for the home decor or for fun or for pleasure, a lot of people are looking for educational things. So educational games, educational flashcards, whether there are parents who homeschool, whether they're teachers or kindergarten teachers who are looking for teaching aids for their class, as well as just parents who want to spend more time with their kids doing something educational. And for that, we have printable flashcards. There are so many other things that you can sell on Etsy to make a digital download business. And we actually have a 20+ digital download business ideas for Etsy printables and digital downloads already in this channel, and I'll leave a link to that down below. In today's video, what we're going to do is go to my computer and look at some of the printable flashcards we have on Etsy just to get inspiration. I want to see what kind of flashcards people are selling. I want to see what type they have, what kind of graphics they're using, as well as what size are they making their printable flashcards to be at, like what is the end result of the printable file. And after that, we're going to go to Canva. We're going to create printable flashcards together. I am thinking I might be into using some elements from Creative Fabrica. If so, then I have to remind you that there is a 30% discount on Creative Fabrica's, like, the best membership, print on demand, like the graphics, the font, and everything. It's a monthly discount that you get even if you go in one time through this channel, and there is a link to that special discount down below in the description. But we're not just going to be making the flashcards, we're also going to be preparing the mock-up for the flashcard if you are using it on Etsy. Once we are done with that, we're going to get back to me. We're going to talk a bit more about sort of like the bullet points of what you need when writing a description for printable flashcards, as well as other places where you can sell printable flashcards that are not on Etsy. Right before we're going to go to my screen and do that, I would like to remind you that there is a link down below for a YouTube journey Google form, and that is for your questions about my personal journey with YouTube, because tomorrow I'm going to be recording 6 months on YouTube, the good, the bad, and the amount. And I'm waiting for more questions from you guys about my journey, about your journey, if you have any, to be visible and answered on the 7th of this month. And with that being said, let's go to my computer, check out Etsy, make our own printable flashcards using Canva as well as a mockup for Canva, and get back to me for further discussion about the printable flashcard topic. So the very first thing that I'm doing is just going down to Etsy and just, typing in printable flashcards to see what other people are selling. And not only you can see what other people are selling, you can dive deeper in and check out the stores that really have a lot of reviews, like this one, for example, that have over 2,000 reviews. So let's just go into this one and see what they're selling for $3. So we have alphabet cards for different types of animals. They're watercolor designs. They're really pretty and really cute. And for every card, you have the uppercase letter, the lowercase letter, as well as the animal in watercolor and the name of the animal in English. And they're featuring all of them here in these mockups. And what they're setting is 4 JPEG files as well as 1 PDF. And let's check it out. Each card will be printed 3.5 by 2.5 inches. That's basically 4 different sheets, and you can actually see the sheets here. That's how they're able to give a PDF as well as giving JPEG files. So the JPEG files of these papers, and you basically print them out and cut them yourself. So this is one idea. We also have this one with just a shape and the letter. We have this card, which is really cute because it combines animals but also, with the numbers. And I kind of think that this is kind of something that I would like to do because it looks super adorable. And it's only a PDF file, and people are getting 5 by 7 inches of flashcards from numbers 1 till 10. And here some people actually printed them out, and it looks quite good. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of people like this smaller size because these are really small. These are like 3.5 by 2.5, and these are 5 by 7s. Let me just check out some more. We have advanced one with constellations. We have color flashcards that are also adorable. I mean, just check them out. They look so cute. And here on each flashcard, they also had the name of the store on it, which is quite cool, to be honest. And it does look incredibly adorable. And the flashcards are printed on US standard size paper, with each individual card is 3 by 4 inch printed on this size of a paper. And it is kind of cool. So I'm going to go into Canva, and I had an A4 document open for myself, but you know what? Let's just go back to home, and I'm going to do it on a US letter size. And what I'm looking here for is basically US letter size document, which is 8.5 by 11 inches. And I just want a blank one to start with. And this is what people would be printing from their printer. And now what I want to do is I want to create basically 4 pieces to be for page. And I can either put them inside, or I can just try and make them manually myself. And I'm trying to think, do I want the alphabet? Do I want to do this? Like, I really like the idea with the numbers, like this one. So I want to create this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create it directly on these pages, and then I'm going to upload them and make them smaller for what I need. And I'm trying to think about what kind of animals I want. And I want to use something cool and something really creative. So I'm going to go to Creative Fabrica for an instance, because I want to have like watercolor animals, but I want to be able to use them, you know, in my project. So I'm going to go to watercolor animals. I'm going to type in that I'm looking for graphics. I have the All Access Fast subscription. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, that subscription is $29 a month, but it's 30% off to people coming from this channel. So I will leave a link to that down below where you can go in, and this is a lifetime discount. And I really like some of these animals here. I'm looking for something simple, and I also need like 10 different animals, so it can't be like the same animal type. And from what I'm seeing here, I think that this might be good for me. A lot of giraffes are here, which is kind of adorable, and I do love these ones, but I am looking for a massive amount of different animals for me to be able to do that 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And you know what? I don't have to do it actually with animals. I can also do it with like fruit. So let's just type in watercolor fruit, and I think that that would be a better idea for me. And I also have this one with the gnomes that might come in handy, and I'm not sure what's in this mix, if it's enough fruit, but let's go in. I think the first one of the first ones was good enough. Okay, so it's 7 files. I need something with 10 different types of fruit. Okay, so there are 30 PNG files here. And let's see, we have the watermelon. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have enough fruits here. So let's just download this bit and unzip it once it's done. And this is where I'm going to upload everything and basically do these cute little cards. So I'm opening it. Let's just dive deep in, and I'm going to choose the ones I want, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and another one, maybe the pears, I think, or these grapes. No, the pears would be good, and 10. And let's just drag them all and upload them onto my Canva. And obviously they're here in high quality. They're beautiful. They have transparent backgrounds, which is pretty much what I need. And what I need here basically for each and every one of them is to have a number. So I'm going to go to heading and just write down the number 1. Go back to my uploads. And for 1, I think I want the pineapple. I'm not sure because I have a lot of reds, so I want to space them out. So I think that for the 1, I'm going to have the strawberry. And obviously I think I need to like make it like big because it's the only thing in the card. And then I'm going to take the 1, make it bigger. And I'm trying to think about the design concept here. So I will choose a different font. I do like working with Laundrina, especially when it comes to these things, because it's really playful, as well as the Monday morning, because It's one of my favorite fonts, and it's also from Creative Fabrica. The Pride one is also cool. I think it will look really good, you know, with this kind of style. But maybe I'll go and effect it up. And I really like to use the splice effect by reducing the offset altogether, making it a little bit thin, and then changing the color inside to match the colors from here. So what I have here in these colors, and I'm just going to import the colors, for example, this color all around, or this color. So if I want to have this color inside, I'm just going to quickly select it, obviously remove it, go back here, go to my effects, and put this color in here. And I can also make it a bit brighter if I wanted to, like this. And now that I'm thinking about it, I would want to also make this one a bit thin, and I want the colors here to match this color here. So this would be 1. And let's just duplicate it, remove our strawberry, change this into 2, put it here, and take these little avocados, one like this, and the other like this, and this would be 2. And obviously I'm changing this to match the dark color, but I also want to have the bright color here. So let's just grab it, change the back into this, and work on the color inside to be this. Or I can try to make it more in terms of the, like the brown one that I have here, or something like this. So this would be 2. Kind of not pleased with it yet. I think maybe it does have to be green on the inside, but more like the green that we have here. And then let's duplicate it, delete these, write down 3. And I think you're pretty much starting to get what I want to do here. So let me just quickly do this for you while you listen to some awesome music. And once the music is done, this will be finished, and we can move on to the next step, which is to create the mock-up. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And obviously, I think, you know, like I could have done it maybe better. I could have designed it better, but this is what I came up with. And the first thing I'm going to do is download everything on JPEG format, because what I want to do is re-upload these to basically place them inside of these US letter sizes to be able to be for printing, but I also want them to be as separate JPEGs if people want to just get them as is. And now that it's zipped and download, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of these, and they actually look quite nice. I kind of like them. I'm just going to throw them in my Canva, and what I'm going to do here is just delete this page. I'm just going to go to frames now and just see if I have a frame, because I do remember I had some interesting frames that already had this like alignment around them. Not this one, because this one's sort of like an iPad, but maybe this one would be a nice idea, or something that already comes with a frame around it. That would be nice with the proportions of what I made. Like this one is kind of cool with the proportions of what I made. Let me see if I can find another one. This one could also be a good idea to make it more bulky a bit. And now we just have the letters here. There are so many different frames here. I wonder if this one stretches up. Nope, it's just a square. I can also try with these, even though I'm not really into them. But what I can do in this case, if I find something, I really like this one. I really like this one. And what I'm going to do, obviously, is just, write down one. And I'm going to duplicate this, move it to the side, put the two in there, and then duplicate both of them. Yes, I know I'm totally out of bounds, and I will be addressing that in a minute. This is 3, and this is 4. And then I'm going to select all of them and fit them in my page. And then I'm going to duplicate this page, the 5, the 6, the 7, for the 8, and then another one for the 9 and the 10, and these two I do not need. And what I'm going to do here is I can adjust the color of the frame around here to whatever color I want. This could be like unanimous colors. I can change them to be different colors for each one, but I do like the idea of it being sort of like unanimous for everything to look exactly the same. And these will be my cards. I kind of like them. I kind of really do like them. You can also make them a bit different, like make them a bit smaller, change the spacing. And the way to sell them would be, first of all, let me just try and write down the name. So these are number flashcards with fruit, and I'm going to download a PDF file, a PDF print file of just the pages of 1, 2, and 3. You can also do of all the pages if you want, but that would be the most important, and that will be the file that you're selling. But I can also download the files of the JPEGs for my mockups if I want to. So the basics that you need is the PDF file, and obviously you can download like a JPEG file or a PNG if people want that too. But our next step would be to create our mockup. And creating Canva mockups for an Etsy store, I usually have my own size that I like to use that also looks good on Canva, but also fits their standards of minimum 2000 pixels. So that size is 2454 by 2020 pixels. And the way to create the mockup is a lot about what your brand is, what your logo is, because it's based basically on your brand and your design. But I'm just gonna, throw something in there that can relate to anyone. So what I want to do is have like sort of a nice background, and I'm looking for a shape to sort of go around behind me to give me like a flowing vibe to what it is that I'm doing. I love these shapes mostly for like educational stuff. I really do like them. I think that they're adorable. Like when you like put them here and you can explain what people are watching. And I don't want this color. Obviously, I want something more like kids friendly, like more pastelic and soft. Then you can have the name of your store here or your logo. And I also need, in advance, I know I'm going to need something to write down that this is a printable file. It's a digital download. Maybe like a banner that becomes like this would be nice. And what I'll need, obviously, is my flashcards. So let's go back to my flashcards, and I'm going to select all of them and drop all of them here. And what I can do now is I can mix them up, place them all over the place. Make sure to leave out some of the space in here for writing something, as well as this space over there. Position it in the back. And what I can do here is just go grab a piece of text, which will be in the font of your store, the font that you're usually writing in. Write down digital download. You can also write down instant download, or like print at home, which is something that I really like writing. I'm going to minimize the line height and place it like I want to put it here so people would understand that it's a printable item. Then add another heading, and if you have like 2 fonts of your logo, of your branding, so it's 1 till 10, printable flashcards with fruit, like that. Let's minimize the line height, obviously, of all of them together. And I'm going to center this here. The printable flashcards will be smaller. And this could go here in the exact center of this. I can move things along here, and this could be one of like the first page of what people see. You can also style it in various positions. I think in these cases it's not just about the mock-up, it's more like about what people can understand from it and what people are getting. So I can do something like this as well. Another thing that I can do with this is to remove all of them. Let me just remove everything together. And once I have these pages here, I'm gonna just download all of these as JPEGs, like the main pages, like that. Take it down. And what I want to show people here is what they're getting. So they're getting 3 pages on PDF. They're getting 1 PDF with 3 pages US letter size to print and cut. For example, I can change it to this, and I'm taking these flashcards that I made, these pages that I made, I'm placing them here. And then what I'm going to do is I might want to change the background here just a tiny bit because, you know, my pages are all basically white. So I can do something like this. I take all of my pages here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them, make them a tiny bit smaller so I can display all of them. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have the 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have the 9, 10, which I can position back behind this one, as well as this one in the back of it, and this one is in the back here. And then I'm just going to go to effects, and we do have an effect of a shadow, so I'm just going to affect it with a shadow on all of them. Just the first simple shadow. I don't even need to do any editing of any kind. Canva has really improved in the past few months. They've taken like this huge leap forward, and I'm thinking maybe a different background. And obviously you can just go in and find a variety of backgrounds that will suit you to create this like printable flashcard thing or explain what you want to do, and this is how you will do it. And with that being said, let's get back to me, talk a bit more about what you might need in this product description, how many different types of flashcards you can do, how to price them, and all that, as well as what we have in store for us in the coming days. I hope that you like this tutorial. I'm kind of looking at this and kind of want to print it out for myself. This is kind of cute. And if you're not doing it when you're selling printables, always make sure to print out your own printables because that is the best test for their quality. But enough chit chat, enough looking at Canva. Let's get back to me. Talk about setting this up, where you can sell it, how you can sell it, and if this whole printable flashcard thing is for you. And we're back to me. What did you guys think? Did you like my idea of having like this 1, 2, 3, 4 with all these fruits? I loved it. I think that like I cut a lot of the parts where I was looking to create a fabrica. Otherwise, this video would have been an hour long because I was looking into so many topics and to so many ideas that I just went lost with myself, guys. Really. But I did love the end result, and I love what we came up with. And I think that when you're looking into printable flashcards, there are so many things that you can do with them in so many different types of stores. I mean, you can have a store that is designated for different types of flashcards. You can have the store designated for kids at a certain age, and then you'll have like games for them or greeting cards for them or coloring pages for them. You can also have coloring flashcards, like the same thing that I saw people doing like with the animals, just put it as a coloring element and kids could basically color their own flashcards, or you can combine it with a store about flashcards for everything. You could do it with letters for any possible language. You can do it with math questions. There are so many things that you can do by creating this shop. And obviously you can combine printable flashcard with selling printable greeting cards or selling pretty much anything. But I do recommend that if you do printable flashcards, you should just lean into this educational printables niche because it is super rising, super trending on Etsy and in general. And I think that on top of the fact that you need a good mock-up and that you need, good flashcards, you also need a good description. And to make a good description for printable flashcards, you don't really have to think so much or try so hard because it's actually very simple. The very first thing that you're going to need is actually describing the item. So for the design that I made right now, you could write something like, looking for interesting and creative flashcards to teach kids the basic numbers from 1 till 10? You found it. This printable flashcard set of watercolor fruit of 1 till 10 is a great way to start teaching 1 to 10 numbers to your kids or to the kids in your class. I would move on to sort of talk about who this item is for, mention that it's for teachers, that it's for parents who are homeschooling or just for fun, as well as mention again that this is not a physical item. There will be no physical flashcards sent to the people. They will be getting a digital file only. And then you're explaining what a digital file is, that they can print it pretty much in their home printer. You elaborate the type of the file that you're giving them, whether you're giving them JPEG files, a zipped folder with JPEG files, a PDF, or multiple of these things combined. Right after that, you're talking about the size that you're giving them, as well as you can leave a note telling people if you need these flashcards in a different size, please contact me. Because as you've seen, I made this at a US letter size, but I can easily make them to be printed on an A4. So people might ask you to put it on A4, or you could just flat out make them on A4. I would also advise that you print your own items and sort of combine that within the mockup, like take real photos of how it look. And in the description, you can tell people that they can cut this and basically paste this. Like they can take the full paper after they printed it and glue it over like a hard Bristol paper and then cut all around it to create more firm printable flashcards and not just the thin ones from the paper. They can also print it on sticker paper, cut it and create these as stickers. There is just so much people can do with these printable flashcards. Make sure to end your description with linking to the category of this. So for example, if I had made this 1 till 10 printable flashcard set with multiple type of things, not just fruit, I would have a flashcard category for 1 to 10 in my Etsy store, and I would link back to that telling people if you want to see more flashcards of 1 to 10, click here, or go to my store to see more cute items, more printable flashcards, more educational printables, or whatever it is that you're selling in your store. And of course, thank people for having a look at your listing, as well as make sure that they know that they can contact you if they have any questions. That's all you need in the description, guys. And that doesn't matter where you're selling it, whether you're selling it on Etsy or on Shopify or on Payhip, because there are so many platforms where you can sell printable or digital download items. There's a tutorial in this channel about how to sell printables using Shopify. It's pretty easy. You just set up a Shopify store. If you haven't had one before, you're going to get a 14 days free trial, and you just go in and add the plugin for digital downloads. So you can basically upload files that are digital and people would purchase them and get a digital download copy instead of waiting in the post office for the flashcards to arrive. You can also make your own Payhip store. Payhip does not cost money to start. With Shopify, you have the $29 minimum fee when starting a store. Payhip does not cost any money, though they do take a percentage of your sale, which is about 5% if I'm not mistaken. And if you do pay the money, you will get less percentage, and you do have these cool options with Payhip on basically giving people freebies when they're like they can download the first page or the last page or one of the flashcards, as well as share this on social media to receive an instant discount. There is a full tutorial on Payhip in this channel, as well as a link down below to go in and join Payhip. And if you do this with one of my links, then I'll probably get a small commission on the side, which is how I sustain this channel. I am looking forward to exploring Payhip more on my own. I've been playing around with it because I'm going to use it for PDF coloring, which is one of my goals for this month, to have, a blog with free coloring pages, as well as sell my printable coloring books using Payhip. And they have a plugin that connects with WordPress, which is really, really cool. And obviously, when I set it up, I'm going to have a tutorial on how to do that and share with you guys my progress throughout these goals. My monthly goals have taken an interesting twist because I now have an accountability group where we stand accountable to each other. Like we each have our goals, what we want to do, what we want to set out to do in this month, and we're sort of like keeping each other in check. And I think it's an amazing thing to do. And if it's going to progress well, I'm pretty much going to share it in next month goals video, which will be in the 1st of August. If you like this tutorial about how to make and sell printable flashcards, feel free to like it down below on YouTube, because every time you do, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. I'll be seeing you on the 7th of the month, in 2 days, with 6 months on YouTube, the good, the bad, and the amount, sharing my experience half a year on this platform. This will live premiere in the evening, and I will keep you guys updated on the time of that live premiere with a live chat in the corner using my Instagram at MeyAroyo, our community Facebook group with a link to that down below, or this channel's community tab. And just to share some of this month's schedule, because I have it written down here, on the 9th we're having another shop review video, and if you want to have your shop review, just go ahead and check out a Google link down below with a form where you can go in and anonymously submit your shop. Those could be printable shops as well as print on demand, so Etsy, Shopify, Redbubble, Payhip, Society6, Teachip, TeePublic, wherever it is that you're selling print on demand or printable items. On the 12th of the month, we're having another design with me video. I'm not going to tell you the design style, but I'm going to tell you that puzzles are going to be involved because I'm super into puzzles these days. And on the 15th of the month, we will have a video that you requested, which is how to set up your own blog to blog about your print-on-demand items. I'm trying to think if I want to make it sort of like a fashion blog or a home decor blog. And with a fashion blog, if you're, promoting your print-on-demand items on Redbubble, it will go to the t-shirts and the bags. And if it's going to be a home decor, it's going to be talking about, the shower curtains and the pillows. So let me know in the comment section down below if you have preference, if you prefer it to be like a fashion blog or a home decor blog, when I try to do this like tutorial about how to set up your own blog to blog about your print-on-demand items, not to support it, not to be like this portfolio website, but a flat out blogger that only blogs about their own thing, because I think that this could be something that would really change how you do print on demand and will really get you to stand out of all the other people who do it online. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and learning with me how to make and sell printable flashcards. I will be seeing you guys in 2 days from the Infinity Pool in Bansko. Until then, have an amazing, amazing week. Love you guys. Bye!